I think we're alive. Welcome in to our full moon in Virgo ceremony. I am really excited for tonight. We're going to be live streaming in a couple of different places tonight. So you might be joining us from Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, and I just want to welcome everybody in. Everybody is welcome. This is our monthly free live full moon ceremony. Joseph is getting us started on our phones, but I do want to welcome you in. Tonight's going to be a really cool ceremony because we are doing distanced and remote healing. I'm teaching you how to do healing for those times and those cases where you cannot be or are not in the room with the person that you are doing the healing for. And so this is an exciting opportunity for you guys to learn. And my crystal healing students know some of these techniques already because I've taught you distance and remote healing before. So those of you who are on our other platforms, I'm going to be saying hi to you. And then I think it's Facebook and YouTube that are here direct on. So if you guys want to see me without me turning my head, you'll need to be on Facebook or YouTube. So welcome in. Everybody was saying hi to Joseph's backside. Welcome in. We're really happy you're here. So
just so you know, this right here is the YouTube chat feed.
Yeah.
And then if you want to look at YouTube, Facebook chat feed is
over
here.
We have all different chat feeds. I'll stay on YouTube, but that's fun to know. Okay, are you guys ready? So I'm going to start, as I always do, by just taking a breath with you guys. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Full moons are intense. They just are. Full moons in Virgo, a little less intense. Because there's this earthy kind of grounded energy to a full moon in Virgo that, you know, when you have a full moon in Aries or a full moon in Leo, it's just not the same. My Venus is in Virgo, so I find this to be a very sexy full moon. If you have Venus in Virgo or sun, moon, or rising in Virgo, can you throw up an emoji or say hello or yes, that's me? Because if you do, if you have your sun, your moon, your rising, or your Venus in Virgo, tonight is going to feel especially potent for you, relevant for you. North Node in Virgo too, you're going to feel a lot of this energy because there's the North Node is about your dharma and your purpose. Let's talk about what Virgo represents. First of all, I'm married to a Virgo, as most of you know. In fact, every significant relationship I've ever had in my whole life has been with a Virgo, other than one. And so I know Virgo very well. My son has a Virgo moon. And like I said, my Venus is in Virgo. So this is not a sign I'm unfamiliar with. Let's talk about the, every sign has their gifts and their challenges. The gifts of Virgo, this planet would not be the same place without Virgo. And those of you who are sun, moon, rising, Venus, North Node, you all know this to be true. The gift of Virgo is you guys have such a unique ability to laser focus in on the details of life. I always say Virgo lives life under a microscope, right? And that's a blessing and a challenge because you're seeing all the good all the time and all the challenges all the time too. So I love being surrounded by Virgos. They're highly analytical. But Virgo isn't, people think of Virgo, they think of work because Virgos are workaholics. And you know it's true. But they're not just work. There's three aspects to Virgo. And the other two that I'm going to talk about right now are the lesser acknowledged, in my opinion. But also they are what makes Virgo pure magic. Virgos are about work, but they're also about service and they're about healing. Virgos want to make things better. They are the ultimate quality control experts. They are process oriented. They are so good at process improvement. If you show a Virgo how you're doing something and there's a way to do it better, they're going to figure out how to do it better and they're going to show you how to do it better and it's going to improve your life. So I love having them in the workplace. Obviously, have been married to one for 20 years. And my son, I always say your moon sign is what's under the hood. So if you're a Virgo moon, that's how you are under it all. You might not be that to the outer world, but under the hood, you are looking for ways to improve, make things better, and they're highly, highly service-oriented. Virgos want to help. It's so hard for a Virgo to see someone having a problem and not jump in and say, how can I help you? What can I do to make this better? Sometimes they're selfless about it, you know, because they have that service orientation and because they are so good at seeing what might need to be fixed, changed, or adapted in order to improve. it's like they can't help themselves but get involved. And they do it without expectation. They do it selflessly. That is the beauty of Virgo to me. So I just want to say thank you to all of you who are Virgos. This world would not be the same without you. And I believe Virgos are some of the most potent healers on the planet. So if you're a Virgo and you are a healer, I think you are almost like predestined to be really good at healing. And tonight what I'm going to be teaching you under this Virgo full moon is how to do healing from a distance. Now during COVID, we kind of had to figure this out because a lot of us couldn't be in the room with each other. Even Team SG was separated and, you know, masked and plastic shit between us and stuff, right? So now we don't have as much distance. But we still are learning how to do things remotely, and I think that's good for us as a society, right? We shouldn't have to travel to work with healers. And so I love the idea, and I'm going to show you tonight, and I'm actually going to do some live healing sessions with you here with the tools from tonight's kit. So I'm excited about this. I hope you are too. So I'm going to start, as I always do, by burning a little sage. Anything you have that's sort of cleansing and healing and purifying will work. So I'm going to use a little white sage to clear. Remember that full moons are a little intense. Did you see her last night? I can't ever sleep at the full moon. I was up last night at like 1 a.m., 3 a.m., 5 a.m. And the moon was just totally shining through my bedroom window. It looked like I had all the lights on in my bedroom. It always does at the full moon. Especially in the winter, the angle of the full moon and the direction just feels like it's coming directly in. So a little bit of that white sage smoke to cleanse, clear, and purify the space. And then also our tools, which I think you might be able to see. Yeah, just sort of bringing those over the tools, over the crystals we're going to be working with tonight. We're going to be blending a perfume tonight to help you merge these healing energies of mind, body, and spirit. So just take a moment here. The question always before us at the full moon, and it's different at the new moon. The question before us at the full moon is this: what do you want to illuminate? Where do you want to bring light and wisdom in your life? Also, if you want to think about it a different way, because you're like, well, what does it mean to illuminate? Where do you want to have greater discernment? The full moon is going to show you the truth. You know, it's sort of like at the new moon, everything's dark, literally, right? We don't have the light of the moon. Our ancient ancestors, I love moon ceremony because, you know, I come from ancient Greece by lineage and Egypt, and our ancestors have been doing moon ceremony, mine and yours, for thousands of years. We're just standing in their footsteps, right? And at the new moon, they were always like, well, the moon's gone. I guess I'm supposed to find my own light, go within, trust my intuition. And at the full moon, they had all this external illumination, like, oh, I guess I can trust the universe now to light the way. At the new moon, we release, we let go, we set intentions. It's our cosmic clean slate. At the full moon, we expand. We absolutely allow the energies to multiply, and we call down what we call drawing down that full moonlight, almost like a spotlight. And again, tonight, the natural spotlight, and I don't have the worksheets, but maybe Team SG can get them for me, because we do have full moon and Virgo worksheets for you that are free at sagegoddess.com. Usually I have them to show you, but I don't have them right now, but I'll get them for you.
I'll get it for you.
It tells you the stones and the herbs and the oils to work with at a Virgo full moon. So a lot of you have already downloaded those, but if you haven't, those are available. It's natural to put that spotlight on what's associated with the sign. So again, tonight it's service, healing, and work. But I'll tell you something, you can put that spotlight anywhere you want tonight, which may be somewhere else than I'm talking about. So maybe you want to put that spotlight on love. And for me, since my Venus is in Virgo, Virgo is always a sign of love for me. And partnership. Maybe you want to put that spotlight on something outside of work. Maybe you want to put it on your parenting relationships with your children and strengthen those. Maybe you want to put it on, healing something with your family, your broader family, your nuclear family, your parents, your extended family. Maybe you're working on lineage healing, which I know a lot of you are. And feel free in the feed to share too, whatever it is that you're working on. We're playing with our light here at SG because finally it's light outside at 5:13 p.m. We're all celebrating, and daylight savings time hasn't even happened yet. As a Leo, when it's dark at 4 p.m., no me gusta. It's just not my jam. So cheers to it getting lighter and staying lighter later. I'm so excited. So yeah, if you want to release at the full moon, you can. It's just not aspected. We release at the new moon, we call in at the full moon, and we manifest. But if you want to release tonight and you're feeling called to do that, trust your intuition. It's always what I say. If your intuition is telling you to do something, it's usually exactly what you need to be doing. So are you ready? And you know what you can envision doing too is just imagining that, again, it's a spotlight. You can call it into your hands. You can call that lunar energy into your hands and direct it, right? So you want to pull that into your digestive system or into your heart or into your central nervous system or whatever it is. It's yours. Tonight it's your resource to work with. And I think that's beautiful. So welcome into everybody. Is anybody new, by the way? Would be lovely to know too. I'm so thankful to all of you who've chimed in this evening. And you know, you're always welcome to invite in your kids. This is a kid-friendly ceremony. And a lot of times kids love to participate. They love to think about their dreams. And gosh, if I had a spotlight, where would I put that or where would I shine that? So big thanks to Rachel who just brought in our worksheets. So these are the full moon in Virgo worksheets that you can get at Sage Goddess. And Team SG in the feed will link to those for you as well. I like these because I used to be a college professor a long time ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. So I used to like to get my students to answer questions and journal. And so it gives you some really good journal prompts. And it also gives you a little spiel on like, what does it mean when the moon's in Virgo, right? Perfection. Now, let's talk about the hard side of this full moon. I want to talk about the challenging side of you, Virgo, for a minute. Because you can't deny it. You guys are picky. And you notice every little thing. The little tiny pimple on somebody's nose, right? The little tiny dog ear on the page, the typo in the book, right? You guys are picky pickermans, right? And so this full moon can also make you feel like you're not doing anything right. And you're doing that wrong. And you're doing that wrong. And oh, look over there. You're also doing that wrong. So sometimes, I love you, Virgo, but sometimes, I always joke, my husband can see a pimple on my face before it forms, and he'll be like, on your chin, do you think that's... And it's like, you know, 2 days later it becomes a pimple, but like, I swear he saw it before it did. God bless him, right? So it's just like, it's just kind of your toxic trait. But they tell you about it with a kind heart, right? But anyway, this full moon can also make you feel like I'm speaking to you, that there's some things that you're not doing well and you need to do better. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you as somebody who used to be a coach and an executive trainer. There is always stuff you can do better. Don't you want to do better? I mean, there's places in my life I'm always looking for, wait, how can I do better? How can I get stronger? How can I, you know, maximize my own performance? How can I, with the time I have, help more people, expand what I'm doing, do it in a better way, cleaner, more efficient, whatever. And so I want to know where my challenge areas are so I can grow and improve. And so if you're like that too, this is a really good full moon to turn that mirror back on yourself and go, I could be doing these couple things a little differently if the truth be told, right? So I'm glad we can talk about the beauty and the challenge of Virgo. Okay. So I'm not going to delay at all because we've got big work tonight and I want to do as much of it with you as I can. So I'm going to go ahead and open our circle, if that's okay with you. And I open my circle with selenite because it's just this beautiful stone of divine white light. And I'm talking about that tonight because we're going to be talking about remote healing, and I do use selenite during remote healing sessions. So I'm actually going to show you my exact protocol. So let's call in our divine helpers. Those guides and guardians of the 4, 5 sacred directions. And I want to invite you to call your energy into present time. Roll your shoulders back. This hour is a gift to you from me. Just be here now. Anything else that you're thinking about, you're worried about, it'll all be there when we're done. Just relax. And if you want to be notified of these events in the future, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm here at every new moon, every full moon, every high holiday, like clockwork, have been for 12 years in July. Isn't that cool? We've been doing this for a while, y'all. My big moon drum. All right, guides and guardians, let's welcome you in. I'm so happy you're here. Just be here now. Any distractions, bye. And the best way to be mindful and be in the moment, find your breath. To the guides and the guardians of the East, we welcome you in tonight. Thank you for this big, expansive full moon. Thank you for this peak of the lunar cycle. Thank you for your beautiful light tonight. We call upon you for new beginnings. We call upon you for clarity. Help that big light of tonight's full moon shine brightly upon the areas of our life where we don't have clarity. Do you have areas where you don't have clarity? I do. Ask for discernment tonight. You know what my favorite 2 words are in the English language? They belong to the guardians of the East. Show me. Show me what I don't see. Show us, guides and guardians of the East, how to begin, how to move forward. We welcome you tonight. And to the guides and the guardians of the South, guardians of fire, we welcome you in tonight for transformation. Things are going to change. They always do. But tonight we call upon this full moon to help things change in the direction of our dreams, for manifesting what we desire. We give thanks for transformation and we welcome you into our circle tonight. Then turning that great wheel west, we welcome in the guides and the guardians of the West tonight, element of water. Big emotional healing at the full moon. Shine brightly on our hearts tonight. Help us be of service. Help us to see clearly how we need to shift and change and grow in love, in our family, right? And if there's volume issues, Team SG will help us with the microphone. Might need to move it closer to me, Alexis. They'll move it. Not to worry, we're on it. We thank you, guides and guardians of the West, for being here to help us tonight.
The sound is good.
Okay, good. To help us with emotional healing and renewal. We give thanks. We welcome you here. And then you keep turning that wheel. You hit north. We welcome in the guides and the guardians of the north, and that's the element of earth. This is a Virgo full moon. It's all about earth, right? So now we're welcoming in grounding, stability, patience. My big medicine right now is letting everything be as it is. You working on that too? Everything as it is. Can you imagine how different your life would be if you really lived that way? There's nothing for you to fix or change or solve, nothing to figure out, that all you have to do is just be here now, right? Just be here now. So we welcome you, guides and guardians of the North, to be in our circle this evening with love and gratitude. All the grandparents are in the North, by the way. So Grandma and Grandpa, when they used to tell you everything's going to be okay and just take your time and just slow down, they were right. Yeah. And last but not least, I always like to welcome in the guides and the guardians of the element of spirit, the element of magic. Thank you for coming in and animating and balancing and aligning and connecting the other elements, reminding us that magic is where we are. We just have to notice it. So thank you to the guides and the guardians of the element of spirit. And together we say what? Amen. Aho. And so it is. So it is. I will move the mic closer, Alexis. I am getting a lot of feedback about sound, so I'm just going to move it a touch closer if that's okay. Just to be sure. And then you guys can let me know if that makes a difference. Sometimes when the drum is on, it's a little bit harder to hear me, so let me know. And I'm just going to tighten up my mic. So let me know if that makes a difference for you guys. I don't want to use teacher voice and yell at you. You're not in trouble. I do have teacher voice. The reason I love Sage Goddess is I don't have to use it. I use it with my kids. So cheers, amen, aho, and so it is. We are here, we are here, we are here. Okay, so I want to, and Alexis is going to help me. Do you want me to move to the other camera, Alexis? Is that probably what we're doing, or do you want me to stay where I am?
You can stay where you are.
Okay. So we're going to do some remote and distanced healing together tonight. Now that our circle is open, and if you've been working with me for a long time, is it better? Well, that's the best I can do, darlings, for sound, but I appreciate your patience, and I will talk as clearly as I can.
I think it's just the drum.
Oh, it might be the drum.
But we always say it's more important to hear the drum.
Put your headphones in. Okay.
Actually, yeah, you might have to scoot over a little bit just so you're comfortable.
Okay. Do you want me to need another chair?
I can. Well, you wanted the chair next to you, but you can just scoot your chair over a little bit if you
Okay.
like.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on, guys, while we rearrange, because I want you to be able to see all the tools. So
yeah, it's a big set.
I'll let you kind of. Are you leaving all those tools right there?
Yes.
Okay. Then that chair just needs to come.
Oh,
right front. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you.
So we're gonna switch cameras, guys. Sorry, Alexis. I just want to be able to get in.
Sorry.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Musical chairs, but we normally don't do. The table work that we're doing tonight. And those of you who are on our other platforms, we're going to just move it around a little bit so you can see too.
Now you're not going to be able to see what she's really working on, so be sure to join
see
us
a little
on
bit.
YouTube.
Yeah, if you want to see more in detail, you'll have to come over to YouTube. That's where you're going to see a more clear view. Okay, so I'm really excited for tonight. We have a couple of activities we're doing together. And I want to tell you, one of the reasons that I work with gemstones and perfumes and candle is because I like to call in the 4 elements, okay? So when you work with your candle, let me grab my lighter real quick. When you work with your candle, then you are working with the element of fire. And you're holding and you're anchoring that energy on your altar. So when you light your candle, this candle was so cool in the set of tools for this month, by the way, did you see it? We actually hand poured this layer by layer for all of the 9 chakras from Earth Star to Soul Star. So I just want to give Team SG a huge shout out because I think it's one of the most beautiful candles we've ever done. And then our perfume, if you got the tools for this month, there's always a set of tools for each month's ceremonies. We are working with essential oils for the soul. I'm so sorry, Alexis. I just need a pair of scissors to pop off the little caps. Sure. They have the little mini caps on them. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to walk you through the oils while Alexis pops the little caps off for me.
I'm going to pop it real good.
She's going to pop it like it's hot. So there is a blend of oils that we're putting together. Lavender for the mind, okay? And we work with lavender because it's very much upper chakra, and we want this to be a very blended, very aligned perfume that's going to balance the energies of your mind, body, and spirit. So we chose lavender for the mind. I work with lavender every single day because it's relaxing. It's really good if you have any kind of stress or anxiety. So we're going to start there at the uppermost chakras and add our mind blend to our jojoba oil, which came with your bottle. So I want you to take a deep breath. I want you to envision yourself in the most relaxed, peaceful state you can be in. And I want you to add your lavender essential oil to your bottle. And then your body oil is turmeric. Now, turmeric's interesting. I take turmeric supplements. I don't know if anybody else does. I take them because they're anti-inflammatory. It's a huge healer in Ayurvedic medicine. And it's good for anybody, especially, you know, I'm turning 50 this year. Anybody who's middle-aged, we all can use anti-inflammatories, especially if you have any kind of chronic pain or chronic illness. Turmeric is magic medicine. It's also really good for your solar plexus, and it sort of balances the central chakras. And if you smell it, it's kind of yummy too. It's got a little spiciness to it, which I really, really love. And so we're going to add our turmeric. I want you to take a deep breath. Imagine your body in full alignment, which would mean reduction in pain, ease of movement, comfort when you sleep, right? Healing of illness and disease, right? And add your turmeric essential oil. These are pure in these drams. You don't have to use all of it, but I go big or go home. And then for your soul, the last one we added for you was clary sage. Now, clary sage has so many different healing properties. It is anti-aging. So a lot of people put clary sage in formulations for the face and the body. It also literally is clarifying, okay? We put this in here for your soul because it brings, it relieves stress, it enhances creativity, and it gives you a little bit of a feeling for what it feels like to connect with your deepest sense of spirituality and truth. I think of it as, I always call it a croning oil because it really does connect you with inner wisdom. It also boosts intimacy, so it's also very good for hormone balance. That's what I'm saying. Clary sage, if you look it up, is like the do-it-all, have-it-all oil. It's one of the most important essential oils in your collection. So again, you can use the whole dram in your oil like I am, or you can save a little bit and put it in your bath water or your moisturizer. And then I like to put my cap on, put it all the way in, and then just turn it one time to really nicely blend those oils together. And we work with essential oils and perfumes in my practice because it represents the element of water. So what I'm going to do is just a little bit at my wrist for what I do to bless my hands, a little bit at my third eye to bless what I know. Third eye, right, is your seat of knowing and vision, and then a little bit at my ankles to bless my steps, to bless where I go, what I know, what I do, where I go. You can put it other places too, but this is a kid-friendly program, so you're going to do you. You can use that as a massage blend too. And I'd like you to really take a nice deep inhale because that is all pure, those oils together in that bottle, all pure, really clarifying, really detoxifying, really healing. And it's nice too, while you have it on your fingers, just to take a little bit and anoint these stones that are on your healing mat. And we're going to walk through those stones right now. So up here at your crown or your soul star chakra is apophyllite. Apophyllite is an ascension stone. It literally helps to connect you to the angelic realms, the realms of consciousness above the human realms, where the angels live, where the spirit guides live, where the ancestors live.